Hello YouTube, it's me DJ Winza, and this probably looks a hell of a lot different from the Champions Online character select screen. That's because I decided to re-download DC Universe Online. Now, honestly, I'll just be straight with you guys. I don't really like this game. Yes, I do have a level 27 character here. Yes, I do have a level 9 villain here. But these three characters here are actually from a friend of mine who I lent this account. And he stopped playing at level 18. So, it is just my opinion. But I'm not going to tell you guys not to play this game because the game is good. I just don't like it. Okay, with that being said, and yes, I am wearing a ready, wife beater t-shirt. I am still going to go through with showing you guys the character creator. And who knows, I might just decide to create a character after that. And,
my greatest triumph was at hand.
Oh, there's a cutscene. Play the game and watch the cutscene. Okay.
Targets identified. Select gender and body type.
Okay. So yeah, there's a cutscene. You guys, if you guys are gonna play the game, you'll see the cutscene. Sit through it then. You're not sitting through it in my video. Now, obviously, you get to choose male or female. And in male or female, you choose their body type. Where there's a striker, which is your average body shape. And it comes in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. Then there's Spark, which is, the teenage skinny guy kind of looking character. Probably best in the small version, in my opinion. And of course, large, so you look like a skinny, lanky dude. And then Brute, which is the beefy, wide-necked kind of character. And yes, of course, small, medium, or large. And then with women, Monarch, small, medium, and large. Sprite. Oh, and your scroll wheel is going to act weird in this menu. Just a fair warning. Also good in small. My villain is a small sprite. And then Mesa, which is beefy, tough-looking women. Yes, I did create a second account just to get reacclimated to the controls. Because I didn't have any open spots on this account, even though at the beginning you saw that I had 5 of 7, but I had yet to delete characters at that point. Anyhow, just for the heck of it, we'll go with Medium Monarch.
Select Exobyte download type. Create a custom configuration or imprint using data from an Earth hero or villain.
Now, interesting thing here. Interesting as in, I like it, but I also don't like it. Your choices are custom, where you completely customize your powers, movement, mode, weapon, and costume from a number of unique options, which they're not really that unique, but oh well. And inspired by, which using an existing hero or villain as a template to create your powers, movement mode, weapon, and costume. Literally,
select a hero.
Dime Store Batman, Dime Store Superman, Dime Store Catwoman. Basically, watered down versions of the original are your initial costume, and your abilities are chosen by choosing these characters as your template. So you're built similar to the original. Like, for example, if you choose Batman as your template, you're a hero, your special abilities are gadgets, and your movement is acrobatic, and your main combat type is martial arts. Although in this game, martial arts kind of is claws and guitar blades, which Batman wouldn't normally use, except if it was shaped like a bat. Anyway, and you know, Superman, you're gonna notice right away your power is ice. Yes, your power is ice. Ice and fire count as tank kind of characters in this game, which is weird. But anyway, you select, if you want a character that's similar to an existing DC character, you go with these inspired bys, and it gives you the costume and lets you just go into the game right away. Then there is custom.
Select a hero or villain morality.
Here's where you choose whether you are a hero or villain. The other way, if you choose by the inspired by, it chooses your morality and your powers all at once. So, if you want like a character that is reminiscent of, say, the Joker, but is a hero, you're going to want to make it custom. Otherwise, if you choose inspired by the Joker, no matter what, you're going to be a freaking villain. We are going to... Well, this literally just chooses whether you do heroic missions all the time or villainous missions all the time. It doesn't actually affect your abilities specifically, because whatever powers you normally have by selecting your powers are available to either side, including iconic powers, which basically, if you've played the game, or if you played the game City of Heroes or City of Villains before it went down, which, fuck you, NCSoft, then you might remember power pools, which were powers that anyone could select, and they were used to just augment what you already have, like give you the ability to use a travel power or something like that. In this, iconic powers are like signature abilities of other DC characters, like the heat ray I-beams from Superman, or a giant boxing glove from the Joker, or a love plant or something from Poison Ivy. Stuff like that. Like powers that don't really fit within the normal power sets. They just threw in there and gave everybody access. So it doesn't really matter whether you're a hero or a villain if you're looking specifically at the powers. However, the missions you're going to be doing, or at least the morality thereof, which not really that big of a difference either side. Like, for example, if heroes are trying to stop Gorilla Grodd from devolving people into gorillas, villains are trying to devolve people into gorillas for Gorilla Grodd. That's about the difference of it. Like, same kind of mission, sort of the same way. That's pretty much it. We're gonna go with hero.
Select a person
So people don't think that that because my villain is a girl that I make my villains, or make my female characters villains. No. No. Believe me, I have just as many wonderful, brilliant women in my life that I am ecstatic to have in my life. I don't make all my female characters villains. I just liked that thought behind the character. Anyway, never mind that. Here, it says select personality, but basically all it does is change how you stand. So, flirty, serious. Oh, no, this is flirty. Okay, come on. Serious. Flirty. You always stand like that pose where she's got her arm hanging. They don't revert to this.
Select a mentor as a guideline
Anyway.
for data application.
Shut up. I'm showing all these. Serious. Powerful, which is the normal stance. Comical, which that doesn't really look too comical in my opinion. And primal. We'll go with powerful. Just because.
Select a mentor as a guidelines for data application.
Now, this, I really don't know if it affects anything other than your starting missions, like literally, because I haven't beaten the game, so or beaten the game. I haven't gotten to max level with a character yet, although I am close with malleable magnesium, but. Yeah, it literally says your choice of mentor affects your experience of the world. Combat is not affected. It only pretty much changes your starting missions. Like, automatically, you're given these... I don't know why I'm pointing at my screen. You're given these mentors to start off with. And basically, it's supposed to be like the origin of your powers, magic... natural or experiments or technology. And I haven't even decided what kind of powers I want to give this character yet, if I'm even keeping the character. But anyway, we'll just go with Wonder Woman.
Select power group from available exobyte data to determine combat role.
Now, here's another thing that kind of chaps my ass in this game. Your power type completely determines your role on a team. Like, if you're nature and you're not using your healing role, people just straight kick you the fuck off the team. Like, legit. They don't want you... They don't want a healer that actually does damage. No. Although every power has access to just being raw damage. And some are better than others at it, but oh well. So there's Nature, which is healing. That's actually Malleable Magnesium's power set. They have 2 branches on each. And for Nature, one branch is... shape-shifting. The other branch is, I say branch because it's plant life. So you use plants and stuff to attack. Sorcery, also healing. You heal and do all sorts of different incantations and stuff. I haven't played around with this power set too much. I had a level 5 character. I deleted. I wasn't too fond of how he played, but you know, it could be. Don't always hate the player, and in some cases, don't always hate the game. Next is Mental, which uses control. Which, for some reason, in this game, what controls do is they boost your power. Your power energy, like what you use to actually use your special attacks. That's what the role for control is, which is weird. Like, at least healing kind of makes sense. You bring heals to the table, but well. Anyway, Ice is... Yep, it's straight defense. I haven't used this on any characters yet, but on that one character on the alternate account that I created just for the hell of it, I created Fire, and I'm not sure what the branches on ice are or what have you, or the ones that I skipped over. But anyway, fire, I know that right off the bat, your choices are either ranged attacks right off the bat or melee aura attacks. And so far I'm using auras on that alternate character, and she's actually doing better than most of the characters that I started with the game. But then again, she's also using a different weapon attack. Ah, well. Next up is gadgets, which is also control. Light, which you're basically going to be a Green Lantern. And then, well, you have to pay for light, by the way. You actually have to pay for that. Same with electricity, which is healing, which doesn't make much sense. Earth, which is defense, which actually makes sense. Quantum, which is control, also makes sense. Celestial, which is healing, which, yep, makes sense. Rage, which doesn't actually say what it is. I think that one might just be pure damage. Unless they just haven't added anything to it. But, then there's munitions, which is another control type. We'll just go with ice for the hell of it.
Select movement mode.
There is flight, which, it's obvious. You fly. That's it. That's pretty much it. You just fly. Acrobatics, which this one's pretty interesting. You can climb up and down walls. You can hang on a wall. Later on, you gain grappling hooks and stuff like that. And it's pretty fun to use, pretty interesting depending on what you get. It's pretty quick. It's quicker when you jump off of a high place and then just glide. It just is. Then, of course, super speed, where you can run up and down walls, and I didn't really get any character too high up with that. Because, well, you know, super speed is kind of like the Flash's thing, and you can't easily make Flash in this game. And then skimming, which I have no idea what this is supposed to be because I haven't used it because it's a pay-for thing. It's probably good. I don't know. I've only seen one person who actually had it. Yeah. But anyhow, you know what? Screw it. I'm ice. I'm going to use super speed.
Select weapon specialties from available data.
And here is the weapon data. And there's Hand Blast, which, well, one-handed, which is, you know, your simple sword or axe or what have you. Hand Blast, basically, think energy style melee with whatever, you know, energy you happen to use to attack with, like ice, for example, and blasts that fire from your hands, obviously, because it's called Hand Blast. Staff, where you use a staff. Dual wield, where you use two weapons instead of one. Two-handed, where you use a heavy weapon. Martial arts, where, see, as I said, you use katars and you know, fist knives. Yes, I'm drinking coffee. Dual pistols, which you fight pretty much how you think, although if you hold your gun like that, odds are you're going to break your wrists. So don't do that, kids. Bow and arrow. Brawling, which is actually not bad, in all honesty. It could be better, but it's not terrible. Rifle, where you obviously use a rifle. And shield, where you think you're Captain America, but you're really not. We will go with Screw it, we'll go with Hand Blast.
Display exabyte download summary. Appearance options now available. Modify any category as desired. Accept download when ready.
And then your custom costumes. And yes, this is the skin choices. Leopard, lion, tiger, bear? Oh my. Oh my. Wolf, crystalline, which, you know, the other character I have is pretty much made of fire. I'm tempted to go with crystalline. Fox, undead, chrome, glowing, which is what that other character I mentioned a couple of times has. Barbarian, human skin number 1, which the other one wasn't. I don't know. Lava, rock, mummy, reptile, plant, cyborg, demonic, robot, tattooed, angry, cheerful, wise, because she's old, youthful, and human skin 3. And then hair choices. None. Yeah, I don't want to sit through all this for you guys, but suffice it to say, women get the better choices because all of the men's hairs come with the facial hair attached. So there's like 4 versions of every male hair. There's hair by itself, hair with mustache and beard, hair with only beard. Good job, guys. Maybe you should make a separate fucking part just for that. Anyway. But yeah, yeah, I'm totally lost in what I was saying now. Sorry. We'll just make her the crystalline. There we go. Gear, and you can put like all this different stuff on her. The choices aren't spectacular, but they're not horrible either. Wow. What bugs me is there's a complete and total lack of music when you're creating a character, which it would have been kind of nice. But yeah, you choose everything through a menu like this, and the scrolling kind of sucks, and they should really take a look at what other superhero MMOs are doing and try to revisit their initial character generator, because in all honesty, this is what drove me away from the game to begin with. The character creation. And I suppose the combat's okay. But being completely role-locked by your choice of powers does kind of suck. And I know you're probably going to say, but hey, Champions Online does that with its archetypes. Yeah, but if you pay for a freeform, you can make a range damage ice blaster. You can make a melee damage might user. You can make a full-on tank with guns. I have, you know, one of each of those. But yeah, there aren't that many selections at the beginning, but they kind of make up for that by during the game itself. Like when you're actually playing your characters, you can create, or not create, you can change your costume at any time. And, you know, I'm just going to make her naked. And that's not because I want to see a naked, shiny girl. Because, you know, I have my girlfriend for that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Say no more. Wait, I saw ice. Oh, never mind. None. Okay, there, shiny ice lady thing. Okay.
Download successful.
This is the kind of game where, in some cases for my characters, less is more. Malleable Magnesium started off with just a chrome body, and he was completely bare. Well, actually, hold on. Back and face. We're gonna go with the only thing that's worth having on here. Where is it? Erg. There we go. Emissive eyes. Okay.
Download successful.
You know, this has been a 30-minute freaking video where I've mainly been complaining about this character generator. But hey, I'm showing you the character generator. I hope you enjoyed this video, because after this part you just start the game, like you're actually unleashed upon the world. I'm not sure if I want to play. But hey, maybe I'll play with the fire character, because she's not immediately at the beginning of the game right now. She's like around level 9. Doesn't take long to level in this game. Not at all. But hey, thanks for watching. If you have any comments on how well I did this or not, comments down there. Feel free to flame me for how ruthless I was on this character generator, but take a look at my video from the Champions Online one and tell me that one's not so much better. Like, seriously. Tell me, please. Tell me that one's crap compared to this. I dare you. Anyway, peace.